Hello wig wearers. So I'm back again with some more wig tidying and trying to get rid of some of the ones in my collection. Today we're filming downstairs because I'm trying to keep an eye on a stew that I'm making. I'm just going to get on and show you the wigs and decide whether I want to keep them or not. This is one of my Ellen Will wigs and this is Taboo. This one has got bits of pink in the end. I can't remember the name of the shade. I know it's something rooted. I think it might be, whether it was rose rooted or rose gold rooted, something like that. I originally had two of these, but I got rid of one. I don't actually know how I ended up with two. I think I bought one, didn't realise, then bought another one. I do like the pop of pink underneath on this one. I think this one's a little bit shorter than the original one as well, because I think it was trimmed by the person that had it previously. It does need a little bit of a wash because I've wore it a few times now and I need to sort of look at washing it again, but I do like the style and it's a simple, easy one to wear, and so this one will stay on the keep pile. This one is by Beltress and this is Rosella HF in Sumptuous Strawberry. Rosella is one of my favourite wigs from Beltress. I think I've got it in 3 colours now. I wore this for my work's Christmas do last year and it's just really natural. People can't actually tell that it's a wig. The only thing I would say about the Beltress wigs is they could do with combs in them, so I think I need to add some combs. But in terms of quality and style, they're really comfortable to wear and they look very natural, like real hair. And this one with the gentle waves is one of my favourite styles, so I'll be keeping that one. This is a Gabor one that I got off someone else. It is a Cankalon wig, a mono acrylic one. Don't actually remember the style though. I did have it written down somewhere, but I can't remember. I've not tried many Gabor wigs, to be honest. I like the fact that it's very similar to what my natural hair colour would be. And I do like the style as well. It's kind of nice and short. It's very wispy at the front where the lace is, but I could probably just trim that back a little bit if I wanted. But I'm not sure on this one whether it's one that I would keep or get rid of, because I say it is very similar to my own hair. So do I need a wig that actually looks like my own hair is the question. So that will go on the maybe pile. I seem to have a couple in this bag and I'm not actually sure what they are. This one, it looks like the backspin cut for some reason. I'm guessing it was probably too small for the person. So it's probably one that I got cheap, I'm guessing. Doesn't say who it's by. Could be Natural Image, hard to tell. Very similar to the other one that I've just put on, but it's probably slightly more reddy ginger, I think. It's got like that ginger tone to it, which I do like. And it is a nice style. Weirdly enough, that bit at the back being cut actually makes a huge difference to the wig in terms of whether or not it fits. I'm guessing it probably should have been a petite and that's why it's been cut. But you could actually sew it back up if you wanted, or even put a piece in. It doesn't actually affect the wear of the wig itself. It just looks like for ease somebody's decided to cut it a bit, but as I say, you could put a bit in there quite easily. Even a little bit of lace would cover it. So again, that's going on the maybe pile. Another one here, again, no clue where it's from. Obviously got them off someone. This is another short one, more of a lighter shade of brown. Still a mono acrylic one. The lace on this one's really good. I do quite like the lace. It's very sort of see-through, which is a good thing because it means it's less detectable as lace. The wig could do with a bit of TLC, I think. It needs a bit of a wash and restyle. I'm guessing I must have sometimes just buy a load of cheap ones off people and then do them up. But it looks like I haven't done much with these ones except for wash them once, so they probably need a little bit more primping. It's a nice easy wig to wear though, and I do like the colour, and it's got that appearance of full hair, which I quite like. Again, I'm not sure, so I'm going to pop it on the maybe pile. Judging by the feel of this one, I'd say that this is actually human hair. It's got a nice thick belt in it as well that holds it in place. The thing I like about this one is it's got quite a wide area of lace at the front. It might look nice if I straighten it, but it's a little bit all over the place, to be honest. So I'm not sure what I'm doing with that one at the minute. It's a bit strange. I'm guessing it was in a decent style when I got it, but human hair is a nightmare to keep in style. This again doesn't have a name in it, so it's hard to tell who it's by. Feels a bit like Ellen Will, but it could also be Natural Image. I'm not convinced. I really like the fringe on myself, so again that might have to go in the maybe pile. But the hair's really nice on it. Like, the fibres are really soft, so I do like that for that aspect of it. I do sometimes wonder where I find these things, because they turn up and then where did I get that from? And I really have no clue. This one, I do know where I got this one from. This was gifted by a friend of mine when I bought some other wigs. This is a Jean Reno wig, and this is called Betty, which is very retro, and they know how much I like retro wigs. So I would definitely keep this one because I love the style of it, and it goes well with retro looks. So this is from a company called Glam Vigor, or Glam Vigor Wigs. They're actually really nice quality, and if you get the chance to get any of them, they're definitely worth having. I don't usually wear shorter styles, but that's what they sent me to try. But it is quite a nice style. I like the fact that it's got varied colours in, and that you can actually sort of play with the part a little bit. And it is nice sometimes just to have a shorter throw on style. Again, for now, that's going in the maybes. This one's had the tag removed, so I don't know which brand it is. I do know it's a monofilament wig. It seems to have different colours in it, so it's got quite a lot of highlights through it. It's hard to tell sometimes when people remove the tags where it's from. It's got a fair size cap. I wouldn't say it's extra large or anything, but it's definitely an average cap, if not a large cap. I find it's a bit difficult to get this one to lay right to start with, because it's got like a very high point here, and I don't know whether that's meant to be on purpose or not, or you know, so it's supposed to look slightly more bouffant, so to speak. But I do like the colours in it, and again, I have absolutely no clue where I got it from, but it's an interesting style. It's very sort of flicky. I think it's kind of very 70s. Not quite sure what I think to that one either. This is a Rene of Paris one, and this is called Zuma. I think it might have a shade in it as well. It says it's R5 in rose gold rooted. I do like the rose gold colour that they do. I think it's really nice, and this is like a really shaggy sort of style, and it's just sort of a throw on and go kind of wig. It's got sort of very subtle waves, and I really like this one. So this one I know I'll keep, because I just like to throw it on and be blonde for a bit. It's kind of like a beachy wave almost, very sort of casual, almost like you've just got up bed head kind of look, and I really like that about it. So that one will be staying. This was a Raquel Welsh wig that I got off someone else. It says it's true to life, heat friendly, and it's an average cap, but unfortunately I don't know any of the style or anything with this one, because it didn't come with it and the lady didn't know. But what I really liked about it was, again, those subtle waves and the fact that you could just pop it on. It's a really nice wig. It's got subtle colours to it. Just kind of like a strawberry blonde. Throw on, stick on a bit of makeup and go kind of wig. The part can be moved around a little bit as well, which is always nice, because not all of them can. But this one is a bit more flexible. And they're usually heat friendly as well, although I haven't actually tried it on this one. This is one of my human hair wigs, and I do actually like this one. So it came as dark brown, and then somebody put caramel bits through the front. It's got a really sort of larger cap size, which I like because it makes it easier to wear. It does need styling because it's human hair. They don't just sit nicely on your head. You do have to sort of play with them and get them right, to be honest. But once you do, it's a really nice wig. I tend to straighten it, although it can be curled as well. I find as well that with human hair, because obviously it's more expensive, they tend to not be as thick as some of the synthetic ones, and I actually prefer that because it's easier. It's a lot lighter on the head. So yeah, this one probably could do with a little bit of little straighten, I suppose, really. But other than that, the wig itself is actually quite nice. And so I will keep that. It's one of the few human ones that I do reach for. This is another bell tress one. You can tell that I like the brand. This one's called Lemonade. Don't know if it's got a shade in it. There was a shade, I think it's on my Instagram page, but it's something like butter beer or something like that, I think was the colour. This is a very simple throw on one. The thing with some of these though that I find, and it's because they're monoacrylic and they're not just the normal sort of synthetic, because it's more closer to real hair, you do have to style them a bit. Like for me to wear this, it would need brushing, and I probably need to wash it and dry it straight, just to get it to look nice. So they're not always easy to just take straight out of the bag and throw on, unless you keep them in the original boxes, but I don't have space for that, so I tend to sort of have mine in little bags. But I do like this one, so I will keep it. This one doesn't have a name on it, but I do recall that it was an Ellen Will one. I think it was called something like Flame Mix or something like that. Now I had two like this and I got rid of one because they were so similar, and the other one was like a lighter ginger and I didn't like it as much as this one. Most of the time when I have shorter styles, I tend to not keep them, but there's just something quite appealing about this one. It's a little pixie, it's shorter one side than it is the other, and you can just throw it on and go. This one does hold the style really well as well, so you don't have to mess around with it too much. And you can sort of play with a fringe a little bit and decide where you want it. And in the sunlight, it looks really, really pretty. This is an Amore wig in shade Auburn Sugar, and this is Stevie. The reason it's called Stevie is because it's very similar to the hair of Stevie Nicks. It's a little bit different. It's got that sort of 80s feeling to it. Could do with probably the fringe cutting on me a bit, because when I sit it properly on my head, the fringe is quite long, so I could probably trim that a little bit. But it is one of the few with a fringe that I quite like, because it has got that sort of 80s feel to it, and sometimes I like to do 80s costumes, and so I will keep this one. I do like the fact that it's got those lighter bits through it as well. I think it works really well with the wig. This is a Dimples wig that I've got. No style known, unfortunately. I like the quality of Dimples wigs, but with this one, I'm kind of not sold on the shade on me. I don't think it really suits me. It's one of those sort of strange blondes, like a goldy blonde, which doesn't really work with my skin tone. So I think I'll be getting rid of that one, even though it's a lovely wig. It's just not for me. Got another bell tress one here, which I keep seeming to buy. I think I've got a favourite here. Tends to be bell tress and Ellen Will are my favourites in the higher end ones, although I do like some of the Natural Image ones and some of the others as well. This one is from the Vienna Rose collection, and it's in shade Champagne Apple Pie Rooted. Now, although this is a lighter blonde, I do actually like this. I don't know whether it's because of the waves in it that makes it look nicer, but I am more of a fan of this one than I was that other blonde one that I was wearing. I can actually see myself sort of walking around in this one, whereas I can't the other one. And the waves in it are really subtle as well, so I really like it. It is one of those that needs a little bit of styling before you wear it. So that one has escaped the get rid of pile. One of the other human hair ones that I like, not got a name on it or a brand, it's got quite a very large cap. It's kind of like a chocolatey brown, but it's got red through the front, so like skunk stripes in red. This one, when it first came, it was really straight, and when I washed it, it went quite wavy. So the natural hair would have probably been a bit kinky and wavy, but it looks really nice both ways. I can curl it and I can straighten it. The quality of the hair is really good. So even though it's been dyed a couple of times, it's kind of maintained the condition, and I do keep it nice. And I tend to wear this one sort of, I'd say maybe special occasions, sort of when I want to wear a nice wig, but I don't want to also wear it out. It is one of my favourites. This one I've also kept the tag for. This is Wyatt in Pastel Rainbow Rooted, and this is a Rene of Paris one. The thing I like about this one, as well as it being a shorter style and it's got roots, It's got a very subtle rainbow through it, like a pastel rainbow, so you can just see the bits of yellow and pink and blue in there, like a minty blue. It's very, very subtle though. It's not sort of in your face. I did wear this one for a Works Christmas do as well a couple of years back. Again, it's very easy to just throw on. You can sort of see those little subtle colours going through it. And I like the shorter style of it as well. It's got nice little flicky ends. So that is one that I would keep. This is another Ellen Will one, and this is the style Arrow in light Bernstein, or Bernstein, I don't know, rooted. I've seen a lot of people wearing the Arrow ones, and it's a style that I always really liked, so I was quite happy to give it a try. The thing I like about this one is the hairline. You can hardly see the lace at all on it, and although it's a blonde, it's kind of like almost like a dirty blonde, and because of that it suits my skin tone. It doesn't make me look washed out, and so I really like this one, so that's one that I will keep. Another Ellen Will, and one of my personal favourites. This is Perucci Cloud in Rosewood Rooted. Now I did trim mine slightly and make it slightly shorter. This was sold to me by a really good friend, and it was one of those wigs that was on my wish list and I really wanted but couldn't have afforded to buy new. And so when she sold it me for a really good price, I was so grateful, and it's still one of my favourites now. When I originally put it on, it sort of gave me Rachel from Friends vibes, and it still does, to be honest, but a little bit sort of redder. But just everything about it, the colour, the style, the lace, there's nothing that I don't love about this wig. You can see I've got some shorter bits here on mine. That's because I cut them on purpose, because I like to have sort of the layer look with it. So I have adjusted this one slightly, but it doesn't really matter because I wouldn't be selling it anyway. You guessed it, Ellen Will. This one is a Perucci one as well, and this is Taboo in Lavender. This is one that can actually be styled. It had gentle waves in when I got it, and then over time they've sort of faded away. They do tend to come back to it a little bit when I wash it, but you can actually heat style this one, and so I do occasionally get my curling tongs or my straighteners and curl the waves back into it. But it's probably one of my absolute favourite wigs. It looks a little bit like it's worn on the top because it's a little bit stubbly almost, but it's designed like that on purpose to mimic real hair, so it looks like little hair sticking up. This one is Natural Image. I got this one off a group auction, I think. I don't unfortunately know the style of the wig or the colour, and it doesn't say inside either, but I do know it is Natural Image. This is a nice wig with the highlights in it, and it's a really nice length, but this one is one that I'm going to sell on because as nice as it is, I just don't really wear it, and I've got similar wigs that I wear more, and so it seems silly to keep it just for the sake of it. But you see, I say that and now I'll put it on, I'm like, do I want to keep it? So I'll probably go on the maybe path for now. This one here, I've no clue where I got it from. I presume I got it off a friend of mine. I do know that it's Ellen Will, but I don't know the style. It's a nice wig. Looks like it might also be Arrow actually. And I do know that I did get another Arrow off someone, so I'm guessing this is probably it. That would make sense because it's a similar kind of lace to it. So yeah, I think this is another one in Arrow, but in a different shade, which is probably why I like it. This is a Jean Reno one that I've got, and I think the shade on this one is Shaded Praline, or Praline, however you want to pronounce it. And the wig is called Ignite. It's another short style that I really like, and it's got roots to it. And it's just a nice little subtle bob. The only thing that doesn't sell me on this is the lace sometimes. I think it's a little bit too obvious, but you can change the part, which does help with that. If you sort of part over the lace, then you can't see it, and that tends to solve the problem. I do find with this one though as well, the lace is very scratchy, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some scar tape on that lace. I don't know why it's so scratchy, but it feels really harsh. I have heard a trick, and I've not tried it yet, but if you get like a nail file and rub it against it, it can soften it up a little bit. So perhaps I'll give that a go. This is another of my human hair ones, but this is a costume one. This was the one that I got for Harley Quinn, because I wanted a human hair wig for it. Does need a lot of styling. These pigtails need to be put back in again, and it's got extensions in to help make it look a little bit longer as well. So before I wear it for actual costume purposes, I do style it properly, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what it looked like. I have got a synthetic one, and I'm not sure if I don't prefer that one, to be honest. So at some point I might get rid of that. I'll keep it for now though. This is one I've been toying with the idea of keeping or selling. It's a really pretty wig. I got it off my friend. I think we did a swap for this one. It's a gorgeous wig. It's really nice, but I just think it's one that needs somebody else to wear it more than I can, because I don't wear it very often. I think I do find the cap a little bit small, and that's why it kind of puts me off. The colour's beautiful. It's kind of like almost a misty grey blonde, and it's really nice quality, but that cap is just a little bit too tight on me, which is a shame because it's really nice. But I think it definitely needs to go to someone that's going to use it more. This is another Natural Image one. This is from the Inspired collection, and this is Fantasy in Strawberry Glow. I got this off another wig sister of mine, who's a good friend. She knows that I've got a bit of a thing for gingers and red wigs. I find on this that the lace probably could be cut back a little bit more. I haven't done it as of yet because I didn't want to ruin the wig, but I do find that the lace on it's a little bit too revealing for me, and because of the shape of my head, I think I could probably cut that back a little bit. But the wig itself I really like. Love the style. I like the fact that it's got the long layers on it, and it's just easy to throw on, especially if my hair's in a mess that particular day. This one I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with. It's human hair, and it's a little bit all over the place. The idea of it is that I'm going to use it for Delia from Beetlejuice. So I've cut the fringe into her sort of choppy, dodgy fringe style. And so, although I don't necessarily think the wig looks great on me, I think it's great for the costume, which is why I will keep it. This is a gorgeous wig, and it's a bell tress one. This is Kahula in chrome. When I got this, it was slightly longer one side than the other. I have straightened it a little to reduce some of the curls in it, and I also cut it a little bit as well. But this is another one that I'm not sure whether it actually suits me or not. See, I would have said that I was going to put this in the pile to get rid of, but then when I put it on, I really like it. So perhaps I'll just style it a little bit and see how we go, considering it is heat resistant. And I do like a bell tress wig, as I've explained 5 billion times. This is one of the other ones I've been trying to get hold of for a while, so I was really happy to get. This is from the Sentu collection, and this is Bluebell, and this was quite a popular wig. Don't know what the shade is because it's just got numbers on it. It doesn't really say. I will say with these wigs, the caps are incredibly small. They seem to be particularly made for petite people. See, when I bought this wig originally, I thought I'd absolutely love it, but I really don't. I think it's too long and it doesn't really do anything for me. So that one will be going, even though it's a really high-end wig. It's a beautiful wig, it's just not for me. This one is another human hair wig. This is a ginger one that I've got. You can see it's very flicky. Beautiful wig, but you do find that you do need to straighten them when, as I've said before, when you put them on, just to get the style right. But the hair on this one is so incredibly soft. It's really lovely, and with a bit of styling, it does look really nice. Sometimes I flick it out, sometimes I curl it. There's a lot you can do with this wig, and it's a nice decent length as well. This one is an Amore wig. Samantha in Toasted Brown. There's two Samantha wigs that I had. One had a fringe, one didn't. They both said Samantha inside. I got rid of the one with a fringe because it really didn't suit me. It's just a nice, short, throw-on brown wig. And again, if I'm having a bad hair day, it's so easy to just pop this one on and go. I really like it. It's a nice, easy style, nice and simple to wear. Probably one of my favourites in the shorter wigs that I've got. It is an Amour, but for some reason the lace on this isn't scratchy. They've put this nice silky stuff on the top of it. Anyway, out of these ones, I've got one more to show you. Bell tress again. I have realised that my main wigs are either bell tress or Ellen Will, so I definitely have a style type. And the last one is again Rose Ella. I'm pretty sure I've got this wig in brown somewhere as well. This one is Bombshell Blonde though. I got this off somebody else. There's at least 3 that I can't see here, so I know there's more. But this is one of my personal favourites. It is a creamy blonde, which I don't usually like, but for this particular style, I don't know why, I just really love it. I don't know whether it's the subtle roots in it that make a difference, but it's just one of my favourites. It's just a lovely style. I have noted as well that when I have blonde hair, if it's got a little bit of a wave in it, it tends to suit me better. I don't know whether it's because it complements the face shape a little bit better, but yeah, this is definitely one of the nicer ones. And hopefully, now I've gone through these and there's quite a few for me to get rid of, I will be able to go through the other ones and get them all in one place. Because at the moment it seems that they're probably in 2 or 3 little different tubs, just because I couldn't fit them all in one, whereas now I should be able to. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that look through the wigs of what I'm keeping and not keeping. If you obviously want to like and subscribe, feel free to do so. Please come back for the next part so that we can go through some more wigs together. Take care, bye.